Hi all, in this video we are going to see the execution of programs for inheritance. First we are going to see for single inheritance. This inheritance concept we are going to see in C++. So I am starting the header file with iostream and next is using namespace std colon. This is single inheritance. As we know, if my program is having one base class and one derived class, then it is called a single inheritance. Okay, so I am going to have class rectangle where I am just going to get input from the user. Okay, in public I'll just declare L and B, which is a data member, and void input is going to be my member function. Inside this member function, I'll just give enter the values. Enter. Using Cn, I'll just get input for L and B. This class ends with semicolon. Okay, so this is the base class. Next, I'm going to have subclass. Let it be area, and syntax for deriving the derived classes class keyword derived class name colon visibility mode. I am giving public and base class name. So in this I'm just going to calculate area. Okay, so I'll just have one member function void compute. Inside this I'll just calculate the area of rectangle. So area of rectangle is nothing but L into B. That's all. So in this program, L and B is going to be data member of rectangle base class, and void input is going to be member function of the rectangle base class. I am getting input using base class, whereas in subclass I am deriving the values of L and B, and I am calculating L into B, that is area of rectangle, in the subclass. Then void main. I'll just give int main. Then in this main function, we need to know for which class we need to create object. Actually, in inheritance, we need to create object for derived class. So area, let object be temp. Using this object, I'm just going to call the member function of base class and also the derived class. So this is the simple example for single inheritance. Let me save this and run. So it is asking for value. I'll just give 3 and 4, and the area of rectangle is 12. So this is all about single inheritance. Next we are going to see multiple inheritance. I'll just save this file as multiple inheritance 1.cpp. Okay, so as we know, we are going to write program in C++. I'll just use iostream as my header file, followed by using namespace std. Then multiple inheritance is nothing but it is going to have two base class and one derived class. Then that process is called as multiple inheritance. So let me give class length as my first base class. where I'm just creating one data member int L, and using member function I'll just get input from the user. Okay, so this is one base class where I'm just declaring one variable L and I'm getting input from the user. Okay, and I'm going to define another class, another base class 2, which is going to get breadth input. Okay, I have two base class now. I am going to have one derived class, class area, where I'm going to inherit the L value and B value from two base classes, length and breadth. So visibility mode is public and I'm giving length. So two base class I need to give. So I'll just separate the classes with comma. Again visibility mode for the second base class and I'm giving second base class name. Okay. So inside this I'll just create one member function void compute, where I'm just going to calculate the area of rectangle. Okay, L into B, where L value is from length base class and B value is from breadth base class. So two base class and one derived class. So with this derived class I am just inheriting all the properties of two base class. That is known as multiple inheritance. As we all know, we need to create object. Okay, for creation of object I need to use derived class name in inheritance. So temp dot input, then I'll just give input 1. If I'm having same name, what will happen? Function overloading will be happening. Okay, so I'll just give different member function to avoid the confusion. Okay, then temp dot compute. So with derived class object, I'm just inheriting the member function of first base class, second base class and its derived class. Now let's execute this and see. So it is asking for length value and breadth value. Now it is giving area of rectangle as 42. So this is all about multiple inheritance. Okay. Next we are going to see multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance is nothing but we is going to have one base class and another one derived class. That derived class is going to act as a base class for another derived class. So we can start with IO stream followed by using namespace. Here we need to give one base class. From that I'm going to inherit the properties of base class to derived class. From that I'm going to calculate another derived class. Okay, so let me give class square. Using this class square, I'm just going to get input from the user. So my data member is int size. Then my member function is void input. So cout, enter the value scene size semicolon. So this is my base class. Okay, I'm going to have derived class. Let it be area. Okay, which is going to have public visibility mode, and it is going to inherit the properties of square. Okay, inside this I'm just going to compute area of square. So let me give int yes. Okay, s is equal to size asterisk size cout. The result is nothing but stored in s. So enter. Now I have one base class square and one derived class area. Here I am just going to have another derived class which is going to inherit the properties of area. As you all know, this cuboid doesn't have any relationship between for with the square but it is just going to inherit the properties of area. But this area is having all the properties of square, so this cuboid is indirectly accessing all the data of square. So here I am just going to calculate area of cuboid. Okay, so I'll just give z is equal to s asterisk size cout. The result is z ended. So we have created one base class and derived class for square and another class derived class cuboid for area. Okay, now I am going to create object for the derived class. So cuboid is derived class is enough to create object temp dot input, then temp dot compute, then temp dot compute 1. So that's all. Let's compile and run this. So it is asking for value. I'll just give 5. So size is going to have 5. So first one it is going to give me 25. Another one is going to give me 125. So this is how multi-level inheritance works. Okay. Next inheritance is nothing but hierarchical inheritance. So as we all know, hierarchical inheritance is nothing but the program is going to have one base class and multiple derived class. Then it is called as hierarchical inheritance. Okay, I'll just have one class. Let it be class shape. In this class shape, let me give class rectangle. class rectangle. Inside this, I'll just give the single inheritance, that is class rectangle. Okay, I'll just get input L and B using this class, and I'm going to have class area, which is going to inherit the properties of class rectangle, and I'm going to have another one class called perimeter, which is also going to inherit the properties from rectangle. Okay, perimeter rectangle formula is Q into L